Do you want to learn how to make sofrito red rice, pork chops, and plátanos maduros? Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, so we want to start with our pot. We want to turn up our heat. You can put it on high for now because you really want to warm up the pot. Take 1/4 cup of oil. As long as it's just spreading around the bottom, that's about all you need. It's really not that much. Get it around there. Then take your rice. You want to grab, this is a cup. I'm measuring the cup. It's one of my, it's a bowl that contains a cup. So I'm going to get some cups in here. So 1, 2, 3. I like to make a lot of rice. You could make less if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and make more. I have family coming over for dinner tonight. 4. And I'm going to say about 4.5, probably. That'll be just right. So I'm going to go ahead and move my rice out of my way because I don't need it. And again, it's still heating up at the bottom. The oil's not really hot. You don't have to wait for it to heat up. But then I want to go next with my tomato sauce, 1 can of tomato sauce. Just pour it right in the center. Don't have to stir it yet or anything. I definitely like to put a little bit of water in here to get the rest of that tomato sauce. So I stir up a little bit of water in there. I have a couple of cups of warm water waiting. This is a sazon packet that I'm going to put in next. Looks like this. It has un achote. Just open that up. Throw it inside you. Right on the tomato sauce is fine. It's going right on it. And this is the sofrito that I made. If you watched my sofrito video, this is what I had left. After I put some away, I stored some in the freezer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tablespoons. My daughter really likes a lot. Well, not she doesn't like flavor, but my son does. 6, about 6 tablespoons maybe. I like a little extra. I'll throw 7. So maybe 5 to 7 tablespoons. That means 5 to 7 ice cubes. Okay, and let's go with our, I'm going to go ahead and pour that water in there. I have 2 cups ready. These are 4 cups of water. So I'm going to throw in 2 cups first. I like to stir it around and see how it's feeling. And it doesn't look like it has enough water, but I like to stir all of that green and reds around. Kind of looks like Christmas. It's okay. And just go ahead and pour in your other cup of water. Probably, I'm not going to say the whole thing. I can see that I poured in 1 more cup, so that's 3 cups of water. Let's make sure it's 3. Okay, that's about it. That's about 3 cups of water. Is still half in here. 3 cups of water. You want to let it boil up a little bit. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and throw in 2 tablespoons actually, of salt. You want less salt, go ahead and to your, I like to put about 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can put in less if you like a lot of salt, put in more. The water will soak it up. And this is gandules, black beans, I'm sorry. Normally my husband likes them with gandules, but I like to make them with black beans. I open up the can and I like to pour the top of the juice out. I do like to keep a lot of the juice in here. Now just pour that in on here. I don't like to pour the whole can. Almost the whole can, or just a little bit left in there. And I'm going to stir that in with all of the other ingredients. I'm going to lower the flame in a few minutes. As soon as I see it boiling, I'm going to lower that flame. And I want to take that flame down to a low flame. You want it just to be simmering in there. Make sure that you top this off with some aluminum foil and a lid. I'm just going to measure the aluminum foil right now. That's probably going to cover the whole thing. And I'm still waiting for it to boil up a little bit, just a little bit, till you see the bubbles coming out of it. I'm going to grab my lid over here and get that ready for the top. So it's still not boiling up. Just let it boil. That's okay. Let it go. It's going to get going. As soon as it gets going, we're going to go ahead and cover that and simmer and take it down. I'm going to take it down to like 3.5 if you have an electric stove, or very low, a low flame. So, let's see. Looks good to me. We're going to be stirring this till a little more. Looks like it's starting to boil up a little. I can see some bubbles coming out. Just a few of them, maybe 4, 5, 6, 9. Good. So take it and cover this. You want to double cover it. I know that you have a lid for your pot, but I love to do this because it really keeps the moisture inside to allow it to evaporate inside and simmer. So I'm going to take that flame down to a number 3.5. Okay, so 3.5, and I'm going to just let it go ahead and stir it every now and then. I'll come back in about 15 minutes, check on it, stir it. You don't want to scrape up the whole bottoms, just stir it as much as you can, flip it over, and then add a little water. I'm going to say you're going to add probably a 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of water each time you open it, because you want the steam to stay in it. So that's about it. We'll come back and check on it in about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about 15 minutes or more. Want to take this off. I like to pull these up to the side. It's easier to take off and not get no steam on your hands. Just grab your pot holder. Make sure you hold on to that pan really good. And just go ahead and stir it. Stir it. Not stir it like as in stir it. Flip the rice over in small portions all the way till you get all the way around the pot. And then you can just push it, scoop it together on the top. And get some more water in there. Again, did about a cup. You can do less if you want. The next time, if it starts to cook, you'll know when it's done. It'll start to fluff out. Put it back on, seal it again, make sure you push it down, and we're done. Okay, we'll come back to check on it in another 10 to 15 minutes. It should take about 40 to 45 minutes for your arroz on black beans to cook up. So, we'll be back in about a couple minutes. Well, this is my last opening. Seems like this rice is pretty done. Probably needs a good 5 more minutes. You can tell on the rice, sometimes it's really white. So that means it needs a little bit of cooking, not much. I have already stirred it. I'll stir it just a little more. Yeah, now sometimes it'll feel like it's pasty. You want to make sure that you don't add any more water in it if it feels pasty. However, I just added about 2 minutes ago. I added half a cup of water to 3/4 water, and that's it. This is the end. It should be done in about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna open it up and serve. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare some more food. Thank you for tuning in with me to see how the arroz con black beans are going. Red rice with black beans. I hope you enjoyed watching my videos. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and please subscribe to my channel. We will post a new cooking video every Monday. You can find the recipes listed below.
Take 7, action.
Do you want to learn how to make sofrito, red rice, Puerto Rican pork chops?
Cut.